This is for entertainment purposes only. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give a disclaimer. I realized I have $1.20 in bonus funds and I wanted to do something content related, make it fun. I'm going to be doing a 12-team Moneyline type parlay for this weekend. It's pretty much guaranteed to lose. Do not try and do, a parlay that's more, I would say more than 6 or 7 teams. It very little chance of winning unless you bank on money lines with teams that are like minus, 1,000 or something like that. So guys, this is just for fun. It's going to be a 12-team parlay. I'm going to split it up. I'm going to do some bets on Friday, Saturday, and then maybe a few NFL games on Sunday. And then also I've got a very interesting rating system to look at. We're going to actually do one of these, do this. We're going to look at this after I do my bet, and it'll really show us more. It's just more data to really look at and understand who do the analytics like, who do the models like. There's a full rating in that. So guys, when it comes to the bets, I am going to bet on a few MLB games. Let me just quickly do this. I know a lot of people probably don't follow the MLB, but I will be going in on Yankees money line tonight. I think Judge breaks the AL home run record. It's a great vibe in New York. They're facing the Orioles still have an outside chance at the third wild card, but they're probably not going to get it. So I'll take the Yankees to win that game. And then I will also take Clayton Kershaw and the LA, they're minus 400. I don't even know if that's good value. I mean, are they really going to lose to the Rockies? They have like 108 wins. The Dodgers have we'll do that game for now. I don't know if that's good value, an MLB team minus 400. But let's go to the college football. And so guys, I love Houston money line. I think, Houston is a team that I really, really liked in the preseason or before the college season started. They haven't lived up to expectations, but you're at a home game against Tulane. It's a Friday night game. I like Houston. The over-under on this game is down to 38.5. I love the under, but because this is a money line, it's a money line parlay, I'm not going to bet it. And guys, I am going in on UCLA to upset Washington tonight. I've got 3 words. Trust Chip Kelly. Trust Chip Kelly, ladies and gentlemen. Wisconsin, I'll go in on them money line. I'm not going to bet any over-unders because it's too hard. Oklahoma, I think, is good value on the money line. Minnesota might be a team I decide to go in on. We don't know about Aiden O'Connell. I'd be shocked if Purdue pulled off that upset. You're trying to find the good values. Utah is going to win for sure. I'll go in on them. I'm guessing Bama's going to win, but I'm not going to bet that. Just looking. Iowa State, I'll say Kansas gets their first loss. It's decent value, minus the 150. Maryland's minus 300. I could see Maryland losing for some reason. I don't know. I mean, if it's feeling like everyone is doubting Michigan State, it's like they're randomly going to win. And Tagovailoa was injured last week. I don't know. It just seems like everyone is so in on Maryland. Do we really trust Maryland this much? I guess people do. Guys, trust Baylor football. Trust Baylor football at home. This North Carolina game is so frustrating. It looked like it was going to thunderstorm. I don't know why that number is going up so high. And so I'm at 9 picks. I'm probably going to stay at 9. Clemson I like, minus the 2. I'll probably do 3 NFL games. I love UAB minus 10, but I'm not going to bet it. I will go to the NFL games, and we have to spread it out. If you're doing one of these 12-team parlays, you have to spread it out. So I do like the Browns on the road, minus the 1, even if Myles Garrett doesn't play. I do like Indianapolis at home against Tennessee. I'll just take them money line, and then I do like the Raiders to get their first win. So that would be my 12-team parlay. plus 26,000. Dude, it should be more than that. Win $263 for a 12-teamer? Oh my goodness, they're ripping me off, man. This should be $1 million. I guess I'm only betting, $1.20, whatever. We will go ahead and place that. And it's the Dodgers, the Yankees, Oklahoma, Baylor, Utah, Iowa State, Houston, UCLA, Wisconsin, and a bunch of other crap. But guys, when it comes to the actual games, this is another rating system that predicts the overall spread, the overall score. Just something interesting to look at. So you can see Tulane and Houston. Tulane is ranked 63rd according to this model. Houston is 65. They have Houston winning by 3. Again, I don't know what happened there. Let's move this back to that. I love Houston on the money line tonight. I think they'll definitely win. We've got San Diego State, Boise State. They have this game going the over, which I don't have. So they have the over-under at 42.5. Of course, the actual over-under is, I believe, 39.5. And I said to go under, or the over-under is 38.5. I said to go under 39 on Monday when I made my best bets video. Washington, UCLA. I love UCLA. We all do. Everyone is in agreement. Chip Kelly, this UCLA team, they're underrated. You know, Washington's gotten so much hype. Everyone loves them. It's not going to happen. You know, UCLA is going to sell out the Rose Bowl. It's going to be crazy, guys. They do include VA Lynchburg is apparently one of the worst teams ever. Oh, they're not even ranked. They're 0-4. But unfortunately, they do include the FCS, and I could not find a thing that, you know, just gives me FBS games, because I really don't care about the FCS. Purdue, Minnesota, they have it at 30-21, but they can't take into account injuries. This Illinois-Wisconsin game should go under the 42. Basically, all the models are saying it. Michigan at Iowa. Wow, they have Michigan winning by 7. I don't know if Iowa's going to score 17 points unless they get like a defensive touchdown. But I would say go the under on that. I'll tell you guys this right now. A lot of the models, basically all the models, love Boston College. And Boston College has been an absolute dumpster fire, but they're kind of a unique case. Like, in the preseason, Boston College was liked. They were a team that had a quarterback that could have been a potential NFL pick, decent young head coach, you know, Louisville. I'm starting to really like Boston College. What is it, plus 14.5 at home tomorrow? All the models like Boston College with the value, because everyone is off Boston College. Everyone says Boston College sucks. You know, it might be the time to go in on them. Texas Tech at Kansas State, I would not bet that game. I love the under in Georgia State Army. They don't. They've got the over-under at 60.5. I do not think there's going to be this many points scored. Also, I believe Georgia State is plus 14, and they've got Georgia State only losing by about a touchdown. Georgia State is 0-4, so they could be due for a victory. Oklahoma at TCU. I love Oklahoma minus the 6.5. They're basically right in line with Vegas, minus 6.5. Kentucky, Ole Miss, I don't know what's going to happen. Wow, they have Ole Miss and Kentucky in the top 15. Every analytical ranking system I've seen has both of those teams lower. All right, moving on. All of these games. James Madison. Yeah, so all of the analytics say that James Madison is not covering against Texas State. But I have them minus the 23 just because I think they're kind of just going to run through teams. They have a lot of momentum right now. Oregon State, Utah. Utah is definitely going to win. I think they cover the 11.5, or I believe it's 10.5 in the actual Vegas line. East Carolina, South Florida. It's unfortunate what happened to this game. I said to take South Florida plus the 8 because I thought they were at home. The game gets moved to a neutral site due to the hurricane. What a joke that is. I can't believe they, you know, and then they make your bet still stand even though it should be completely void. Rutgers at Ohio State. Every analytical model says take Rutgers plus the 40. I think the line has moved to plus 39.5. I would still take Ohio State just because I think Ohio State's offense is better than Rutgers' defense. Ohio State is at home. If Ohio State drops a 50-burger, they're going to cover. But Rutgers is the good value. Certainly they are the good value. Every analytical model says take Rutgers. But it's a situation where Ohio State is basically the Buffalo Bills of college football, where Vegas actually overrates Buffalo and they overrate Ohio State because we know how good their offense is. Northwestern at Penn State. Yeah, look at that. So the actual over-under is 52, or it was 52. They've got the over-under at 47.5. Guys, take the under in that game. Alabama, Arkansas, yeah, 14.5. That's basically the same thing. They only have Fresno State winning by 15 against Connecticut. I think Fresno State is actually 22-point favorites. So I would not bet on UConn, though, personally. Virginia Tech, UNC, yeah, so that's unfortunate. I was banking on this being a rain game. I pray that it is a rain game, honestly. Bowling Green, Akron is very unique. So they have Bowling Green winning by 3 points. So they have the line at 3.5. It's crazy. I believe the line opened at Bowling Green -6, and it's been bet up to Bowling Green -9. I'm guessing there's an injury that Akron has that I'm not aware of, because this analytical system says Bowling Green is going to win. And guys, the over in this game, unless there's an injury I'm not aware of, it's like over 51 or something. It's crazy value. Crazy value. Michigan State at Maryland. It feels to me like the smart play is Michigan State +6. That it just does. Everyone is doubting Michigan State. Like, I know Maryland technically looked good against Michigan. I don't know, man. I would not. I don't have faith in MSU, but it's just like a situation where everyone is doubting Michigan State, so they're going to come out and play better than expected. Baylor -3.5. I have them winning Moneyline, because I don't think Oklahoma State's going to stay undefeated. I love Wake Forest to cover the 7. So do they. They have the line at only 2.5. Central Michigan, Toledo. I did not have a bet on that game. I get the MAC games confused sometimes. Wagner and Syracuse, 48-0. Hilarious. Cal at Washington State, 3.5. The spread is actually 4, so it's right on the money. Guys, trust Charlotte football. Now, this line, it does have UTEP winning this game. I think Charlotte wins outright, but right now Charlotte is +3. They're a great value. There actually could be some weather that affects this game. I'd look that up first. And yes, I love Western Kentucky as well. They continue to underrate Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky opened -6 at home against Troy. It was bet down to 5, which is crazy to me. And that's where it's at right now. Cincinnati, Tulsa. Who knows with Cincinnati right now with Ben Bryant and stuff. LSU at Auburn. So you have to understand, sometimes we have to take emotions out of it. And we realize Auburn is a dumpster fire, but based on the spread, LSU -8 or LSU -9, Auburn at home is actually good value. They are. Now, I don't know if they're going to cover it. Betting on Auburn seems like suicide, but we have to take emotions out of it, and Auburn technically is good value. Technically, that's all I'm saying. You've got Georgia at Missouri. I think Georgia covers. I don't see Missouri scoring 14 points personally. Clemson covering the 7-point spread against NC State. I'm sure there's going to be weather in that one. Texas, I would say Moneyline. I like UAB -10. They don't. They have UAB -6.5. Other games, Nebraska by 3. Whatever. Pittsburgh, there's really good value right now on Georgia Tech. I think the line's been bet down to 22. They've got it at 18.5, so I would say take Georgia Tech. Even with the coaching change, this is one I really can't understand. They think it's going to be a 4-point game between Arizona and Colorado. They have Arizona as a 4.5-point favorite. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. I realize they don't like Arizona, but Colorado is so historically bad. It's almost like the real spread in this is -17.5, and I believe Arizona's probably going to cover it, personally. There's some big issues here. This cannot be right. How do you have the number 15 team at home projected to beat a 1-3 team by 7 points? I mean, listen, I'm not bad-mouthing it, but there's got to be some discrepancy in that. They say that Oregon will beat Stanford by 12.5. I like Stanford plus the 16, guys. Trust David Shaw. I believe it's plus 17 now. But definitely a few of these Pac-12 lines may have been corrupted. I don't know if they're not correct. Arizona should not be 4.5 point favorites, and USC is minus 25 according to Vegas. How is there that big? There might be. But it doesn't even make sense. If you're talking about the number 75 team in the nation going on the road to the number 15 team, there should be a much bigger spread than 7.5 points. So even if you think USC isn't very good, in my opinion, the spread should be bigger. And they did have Utah State clearly covering the 24-point spread against BYU, and Utah State easily did. BYU won by 12 points. That happened last night. Also, we had the South Carolina game that got moved. South Carolina won 50-10, but that is just the overall odds there. And then they actually do have, I believe they have the ratings if you go to this. This thing is an eyesore to look at. I do not want to see. So these are the overall ratings. I don't like how this is aligned. It's just so many data points. But I do think you take a look. Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State. How about Penn State? In the overall composite rankings listed at number 4, Clemson, Michigan, Tennessee, Ole Miss at number 8, bro. USC at number 9, Minnesota at 10, Baylor, Kentucky, Oregon at 13, NC State at 14, Oklahoma at 15, Cincy's not even inside the top 25. They're 16 on the computer rankings. Oklahoma State at 17, FSU at 18, Utah, LSU. Utah should be much higher. I'm sorry. Washington, Iowa State, Arkansas, Kansas State, and then Mississippi State. BYU not inside the top 25. Notre Dame at number 30. Hilarious stuff. But guys, this is an interesting site to look at. Again, I did a little 12-team parlay. You can see it right here. We'll see what happens with it. I'm sure it'll lose. It's a joke. $316 for getting 12 picks right. Even though I'm only risking $1, you should at least give me 20K or something, right? But guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.